My final destination with the Screaming Ice Queen is the latest installment in the Share Your Story project. In this story, we're exposed to Sufjan's past, in which he reveals the story of the Ice Queen. And this person was his auntie, who, by all accounts, seemed to have a lot of mental trauma herself, and was projecting that outwards to him. And the main issue in Sufjan's life from this lady was her constant psychological manipulation of him against his parents. And added to that, this aunt would also take him aside and force him to dress up as a girl. And this happened so often that it actually confused Sufjan's understanding of his own sexual identity, his own gender identity. And when this was combined with his homosexuality growing up later on, it added to a lot of confusing mental issues in which he wasn't quite sure of himself or where he should be in life. He also goes on to explain how he's faced significant sort of workplace and locker room bullying from a lot of men who would look at him and try and sort of test his sexuality. And this was done through some explicit acts by people who themselves would probably be considered homosexual, but they're projecting, or they're doing this bullying as a way to sort of cover it up, or, act as a, quote, hero to try and put someone else down, as a way of sort of hiding their own insecurities about themselves. Now, understandably, this sort of traumatic life experience leaves an impact, and Sufjan discusses his troubles with panic attacks, agoraphobia, and depression, and also his issues with psychotherapy and other forms of therapy to help him overcome it. He's had some success, but given his situation and the impact of these mental conditions, he's been unable to continue affording the treatments that have been helping him to recover. I really enjoyed this story. It was compelling and engaging. Considering the subject matter, it might be quite triggering for some people, but I think it's worth the read, because, only by reading other people's stories do we really get to experience and understand anything outside of ourselves. It's very easy to make assumptions and sort of look at the stereotype of different people's lives, but by reading other people's stories, we get a chance to actually look in depth and see a deeper understanding of what's happening, and therefore we can sort of grow our empathy and sort of expand our worldview. So I really do encourage you to take a read of the story. I'll link it below, and including in those links in the story below, there'll be a link to his Indiegogo page, in which, if you want, you can choose to donate some money to help him with his recovery process. I've chosen to donate $10. I don't have that much money, but I think it's a worthy cause. And, even if you only donate, say, $1 to you won't be that much, but $1, if we all add up and start donating and contributing, will help him out and help him towards his recovery process. Because, obviously there are so many people in need and so much stuff happening in the world, but if you read and connect to someone and their story and you feel like it's worthwhile helping them out, don't just think about it, don't just click like, actually do something about it. So the link's down there below. Now, finally, if you've got a story that you want to share, please consider sharing it on the Share Your Story project. It doesn't have to be about mental health or mental issues, but it definitely can be. Basically, I want anyone that has a story that they think other people who aren't living their lives or haven't really had a chance to look into that aspect of life would appreciate reading about it or hearing about it. There's a bunch up at the moment, so feel free to check it out. It's on zachary-phillips.com/shareyourstory. And from there you can see the sort of stories that are already up. But if you've got something you want to share, please make contact via the website or with me on social media at ZachPPhillips, and we can chat from there. I'm loving this project because I get a chance to read and connect with and explore the lives of a bunch of people that I would never be able to. And what's more, by reading each other's stories, we're able to sort of grow and learn and heal in ways that we wouldn't have if we didn't connect. And the final benefit is, by sharing our stories, people might read it that are also going through some sort of similar life circumstance. And by seeing how you've handled your life and the stuff that you've done, they might have got some benefit from it too. So like I said, consider submitting your story if you like. And yeah, thanks for listening. Check out this one and let me know what you think of it. Thanks.